It's comic book time! Hello, welcome to another figure review. Today we're gonna have a look at the Revoltech Amazing Yamaguchi, The Flash from DC Comics and the fastest man alive. This has been a figure I've been wanting when it first came out, but unfortunately I had other priorities. So I'm super excited that they actually re-released this guy because he looks super fun. If you're not familiar with Amazing Yamaguchi, they are known for like over-the-top proportions and super articulation, and I feel like that fits oh so well with a character like the Flash. And just look at all the crazy lightning effects he comes with. Let's get him out of the packaging and have a look at the figure. And while you're here, while I open this box, don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below of who's your favorite Flash character. And let me get this out of the box, Amazing Yamaguchi box. You got the instructions. Nobody cares about that. And then we have all this plastic. Whew, he has a lot of pieces that come with the figure. So let's get him out of there. Size of the Flash. He stands at about 16 centimeters to the top of his head, which means we are going up to how many inches? That'll be 6.2 size comparisons.
Here's Jolter, the SH Figure Arts Son Goku, Figma Nero Claudius, the Amazing Yamaguchi Wolverine, Amazing Yamaguchi Batman, and Darkseid.
Overall look and detail, over-the-top comic book goodness. First and foremost, we do have the head sculpt. The face is inside of the mask, but you can't really take off the mask. What I mean by that is, like, just pull it down, you can get the face out of there. Or maybe not right now. But anyway, it's also like a lot of soft plastic. There we go. It's a lot of soft plastic going on, and the face sculpts are just kind of like this. Don't have the movable eye feature, which I like, because I hate the movable eye feature. But now we have, like, Phantom Flash. This is also funny. So we have a lot of metallic red and gold. And if you look at the outfit, there's, like, also a lot of lightning designs going on throughout it. I don't think I've ever seen something like that. We had like New 52 Flash, I think, which had like line work on his outfit, but nothing quite like this. At least I don't remember anything of it. We have the classic Flash logo with a beautiful gold metallic and the white in there. It's mostly clean and it also stands out. You know, it's molded on there. It's not just painted on there, which elevates it that much more. Same goes with all the lightning that goes around his wrists, the belts, and even down to the shoes detail. But while I'm here, the muscle work, oof. He's so freaking fit. He has an absolute six-pack, huge chest, big muscles, but you know, he's still kind of slim as the Flash. You know, he's not like super duper buff, which I like the idea of it, because he's the Flash. He's supposed to be fast. If he's just like big, muscly fat, then that doesn't make any sense for me. As we move down to his butt, do have like a multiple butt mold. It has like the big butt flap, and then like if you move it out, that looks kind of weird. I don't know. Also, yeah, this lower half stands out a little bit. Maybe goes down a little bit too far. It looks like a pee-pee. Then we go down to, I'm an adult by the way. Then we go down to the golden boots, which can be swiveled. We'll get more on that once we get to the articulation. And can I just say, the ball joints in all of it, they look pretty good because they don't stand out. They all a little bit more of a muted color. Holy crap. And generally speaking, I think they really chose a good color for all the ball joints on this figure. So yeah, I mean, he looks super out there. Detail on it is nice, and you know, everything is metallic, everything is glossy, everything looks the part. For the articulation, also one thing I forgot to mention, there's a couple of holes in the molds, and that's more for the accessories, and that kind of takes me away from the overall look of it. Well, you don't really notice them as much, but it's kind of lame to just leave holes in there. Now, actually articulation, first and foremost, head moves up and down quite a bit, is freely movable, can bring that all the way around, and can be swiveled. Although the faceplate isn't in there very tightly, so we do get some issues with that. And also this just loves to pop out. I can't really glue it in because we have some different pieces for the accessories. Then we also have neck articulation, you can bring that around. And then everything else is pretty much standard Revoltech Amazing Yamaguchi. Do have a big hinge going into smaller hinge, and it's hollowed out on the top, so you can bring it all the way forward, you can bring it to the back. And you can just rotate this around, can lift it up and get it into some more poses. But generally speaking, again, it up and down can be swiveled all the way on the ball or like the other ball in there. Whichever one you prefer, whichever one looks cleaner. We also do have a bicep swivel and a simple hinge, well, the ball hinge in the elbow, which we see clearly in there. So you can bring that up and down, can also swivel it pretty much all the way around, depending on the angle you get it in, but try not to break it off, not try to scratch anything. Then for the fists, we do have that on another very small ball hinge, can bring that up and down, and can also freely be swiveled. Now comes the fun part. He has the big shoulder blades, so you can bring those all the way forward, even like squishing the Flash logo, and then all the way to the back as well. So for like running poses, you'll never have any troubles with his arms getting in the way because you just fold them back like that. For the chest area is also super nimble. You can bring that all the way forward, give it a good push. Backwards, pretty nice. Well, let's see if I move this out of the way. Let's go back a little bit more. No. But this is great. Also has some great rotation in there. You do have a big, huge ball joint. But you do just have enough room to move this around. And then for the lower half, also have some nice wiggle motion. The belt is packed in the back, but it doesn't break off, doesn't have any issue with that. So also rotates all the way around, and once again, push it forward. Like you can fold them up like a pretzel, and I love that. It's so much fun to post stuff like that. Then for the legs, kind of weird though. So you can bring this up as it disconnects, as you can tell. So there's a ball in there, which doesn't really rotate. You know, because like the connection in there, I thought for a second you might be able to rotate this around, and now I can't get it back on. Like, let me get the right, okay, can't get the right angle, so we just kind of continue with this one. So you can bring this back and forth. Let's see, let me give this one a good push. That disconnects again. So upwards movement isn't so great, and downward, backwards movement, and it just disconnects again. Okay, I'm just trying to stress this maybe a little bit too much. Yeah, the joint in there isn't great. So you do have this weird swivel, but leg movement isn't like, yeah, it's not as impressive as I want it to be, unfortunately. So we do have also a regular hinge in the knee. Doesn't look too great, but gets the job done, I guess. And then for the boot, as you can tell, you can move this around because this is also on a ball joint. As such, you're mostly getting like back and forth motion. Side to side, not really, and it can be swiveled around. And then for the foot, this is on another ball hinge. So you can also has a nice pivot in there, but you can bring it up and down. And can you shift this one? No, you can't shift this one. Finally, you do have a toe hinge in the golden boot. Hey, do you like stuff? Because this figure has a lot of it. So first and foremost, we do have the base. Regular Kyoto Revoltech base. You have like these arms, and you can tag it in whichever way you want. You have the regular pack for the figure in the back, or then you have the longer pack if you want to put it in the figure, and then you also have the claw, which you can also put like, can you do it on both? I don't think it's supposed to go on this one, but you use the claw if you want to use it on the other one. But I don't know why people would use the claw, because you have holes in the back. So anyway, then we have this piece, which is specifically for the figure, so you can get the Flash logo off there. There's supposed to be a little hole, and then you push on it, and then it comes off, but it doesn't work. Ah, yeah, there we go. So then you have the Flash logo, and you can replace it with this electric Flash logo. Let me see if I can put that in there. And that's one of the many lightning pieces. I don't think it's fully in there, but yeah, there we go. We have that. And then also on his foot, just to display that, we also have like another base when he starts running. You only get one, unfortunately, but I guess you can like use the other one. Kind of like sprinting, whatever. Going fast makes me feel alive. But anyway, this just packs into the bottom of his feet. I tried to put it in there, but it doesn't really work like that, so that's not a cool piece. Then we have, actually, let's have a little detour to the hands. We have chop hands, open hands, and grabby hands. I say chop hands, but those are more like when he's running. And then we do have face sculpts, a couple of them. So first and foremost, we have the angry gritty teeth face looking to the side, the yelling face and the two other ones that we get with this figures. I guess this figure is like the gritting teeth face, just like not looking to the side this time around, and the kind of suspicious looking to the side with the mouth closed. And then we have lightning. We have big lightnings where you can put whichever way you want. You can put it on the figure, you can put it in your little brother's eye, you can put it in your ass. These ones have pegs also, so you can even rotate that around. And you have these for the right side. This is always like the same one, where it goes in like a specific direction. So you have these, and then for the other side you have also these. Put down on the figure and make him go lightning fast. Then we have the antennas on his helmet, or cowl, or whatever you want to call it. Those can also be replaced if my camera would focus on it. Please! Getting so sick and tired with this trash. But yeah, you have lightning, which kind of flows into his eye. It looks pretty cool, and it's all kind of nice see-through yellow metallic. Metallic? No, plastic. It's just see-through plastic. But it looks so good. So then we have a couple of pieces which, again, you can pose. The instructions don't give me like a way of how it's supposed to go, so I guess just, you know, be creative, put it wherever way you want. You got these two lightning pieces with always like the pack on the upper half, and then we got these two lightning pieces going up on the flash. I don't know, wait, what is this accent? Comment down below what this accent's supposed to be. And then we have these see-through plastic pieces. Just giving you a look. And then finally, these ones. But of course, I'm gonna have some pictures at the end where I put all of this mess onto the figure. So look forward to that. Okay, you know what? Live demonstration of the struggles of putting this figure together. Nothing stays in place. First and foremost, the antennas are bullshit. I said it. Also, the logo on the middle there doesn't stay in there at all. I didn't have any trouble with the regular logo, but you just kind of push this on there. Yeah, there's like the pack. You put it in the pack, kind of gently try to get it in there, right, and then you, boop. Okay, this one sucks. Then the antennas freaking suck. I tried like, I don't know how long to take a picture just with the antennas in there. This is like the wrong direction. But since the cowl is soft plastic, this is a freaking mess. This is a nightmare to push that in there. Even get that in there to begin with. Yeah, it just doesn't stay. Because it's soft plastic, it bends. It freaking bends. How are you supposed to push something in there if it freaking bends out of the way? Huh? How is that supposed to work? Huh? What was the plan there? So maybe this one. I can't. I had it in for like, and then I just looked at him, and then it, like everything fell off. Just to show you the frustration. Like, you have all these cool accessories, but they're not worth crap if you can't even freaking attach them. Like, maybe I'm too... and now, like, when I get this one in, the other one's just gonna pop out again. Or I'm not gonna get it in, period. Slide it in from the top. Okay, that kind of works. So this is the only look I'm gonna give you with the lightning in there, because... Okay, now it wants to stay. Okay. There we go. Just barely touched it, barely grazed it, and there you go. That sucks. Now, you know, while I'm at it, I haven't tried the other ones. They're also as painfully annoying as the rest of it. So, you have the one with the pegs. Ooh, this is like a tight fit. I'm not even trying to make a joke. Okay, so this stays in there nice. I can pull on it a little bit, so that works. Now let's have a look at the small lightning parts. Let's see, which one do we use? I don't really know. One on the side over here. Let's see. I mean, it's just pegs, right? That should be a good connection, and it's like a hard connection. Yeah, I can barely get this one in there. Okay. Maybe heat it up a little bit. So yeah, those are like super duper tight, but the ones on the antenna and the one in the chest, garbage. Get out. Final thoughts before I get into that. These big lightning effects with the ball hinge on there, they also have holes somewhere in there. I can't really see it, but I think, like, yeah, there you have a hole, so you can put like this lightning effect or any one of the others and just connect it with that. So you can put lightning on top of lightning. dark. This figure, it looks cool, it articulates well. I love the design of it, I love the paint job on it. There's tons of beautiful detail, and obviously it has the Amazing Yamaguchi insane articulation. But why was I just sighing just a second ago? Because it's annoying. Why is everything with this figure either too tight or too loose? The antennas, with or without the lightning, they're useless. These things, they're useless. I have it constantly falling off. I can't even get these on for like 5 seconds. But also the regular one, constantly falling off. Then you have the lightning, which I swear to God, I'm so... the small lightning pieces, so it's kind of pushing it in there. I highly recommend like heating up the figure, not like kind of raw dogging it like I was doing it just now, because it could have broken at any point, but I was being careful. So, what does that mean? Generally speaking, the figure is great. I'm really happy with it, but playing around and putting the accessories on is a test of my freaking patience. So anyway, I think the figure's still good, and I'm still going to recommend it. You know, this is the reissue. Don't miss it like I did the first time, because I don't think there's going to be a third one. Maybe, but anyway, that's going to do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like, and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, VTuber stuff, and whatever the Flash wants.